Hello everyone and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room Recap for Tuesday, April the 25th. My name is Barry Anderson. I'm the moderator of your trading room. This is the address to get in and the room is live. I'll get on the mic at about 9 o'clock Eastern Time and up to 4 p.m. Eastern Time, and I do share my screen all day long. And yes, the room is free. Come one, come all. You do not have to be a member of Trade Ideas to participate in our trading room. All right, well, this has been a really nice day. I'm in a couple of trades still as I'm doing this video, but a couple of nice early trades. Probably this is one, not that it worked out spectacularly well, but on a percentage basis, it was pretty good. This is one that I've been watching for several days now, even several weeks. If I back out on the daily, you can see a little bit better why. So, you know, a couple of attempts. This was a few days ago. I had this alert set right at the high here, 436. And, you know, I'm all about the voids. You know, you hear me talk about the voids all day long in the room. Take a look at this daily chart, and you can see that if it can ever really break free of here, it has a chance to start filling this big white void area up here. I'm not saying it's going to. It may just stop right here and come right back. We don't know. But basically what I did was I'd set the alert for 4:30. I think it's 4:34 or so. And let's see what happened. And this, I set this alert a while back. So let's see what happened. So on the 5-minute, notice it had a little pop in the after hours yesterday. Excuse me. Came back down. It was doing its thing. And then all of a sudden, it finally, there was my trigger. And I decided, okay, it's time. So I got into the trade actually right around here at 439. Gave it a little bit of room to kind of leave this behind, you know, by 3 cents anyway. And look what it did. I mean, a beautiful, beautiful move all the way up to 463. I wish I could say that I took everything out right here. I didn't. I did sell some at 458 and right up here, and then on the way back down, actually took a little loss. It took a little, I think it was a 3-cent loss on the way back down. Was waiting to see if it could hold this, and we'll see what happens. I mean, so in other words, it wasn't spectacular, but it was just one of those things in which I'd set the price alert and just basically waited for it to happen. And when it happened, you know, it was a good, nice early trade. You know, on a percentage basis, 458, 4.58 divided by 4.39. Whoops. So, you know, you're talking about 4% in a very short period of time. So I love those sort of trades. Now, the other trade that worked out really, really nicely was this TEX. Now, one of the things, we've got this gap alerts, and I've been using this gap alerts quite a while. I haven't been actually able to use, when I say use it, it's been up and running for the last couple of, maybe a month and a half now. And I said that, you know, once we got into earnings season, which we are now smack dab at the beginning of it, Alcoa released yesterday, we are going to see many, many companies releasing earnings all day long. And not all day long, but we'll see a lot of companies that are in play all day long. And typically, we will start to see a lot more of these gap alerts. I'm sorry, I just, 1 second. There we go. Get this back again. So this one, now I had an absolutely huge miss here. Take a look at GFA. Here was the alert at 1403, and I saw that. There's the alert, 1403 to short. And I saw that, and I actually had, so it was right up here. I actually had a little bit of time, and you know, I can't remember exactly what I did, but I sort of looked at it, and it's not that it just whipped immediately down, and it stalled for maybe, and when I say not immediately, it might have been like 5 or 10 seconds, certainly enough. And then look what it did, 1403 all the way down to 76, an absolutely spectacular alert on earnings. And there wasn't a massive clue in the pre-market. I mean, it's an earnings play. They release earnings in the pre-market, but it's not like it, $16. I mean, down to 15 something. Didn't tank immediately, but it took for the market to open, and then it just really moved down. So I was a little upset with missing that one, but luckily I was able to get into Tex. Tex was not an earnings play, but it's in the same category or same sector as Caterpillar. Caterpillar was an earnings play, and you can see that it had great earnings, or at least the reaction is really, really good. And so Tex is in the same sector. So I think this is more or less a kind of a sympathy play. Somebody actually said that some analysts put a $40 price target on it also. But nonetheless, I did get into this one. The alert was right here at 35.13. So a lot of reasons why I like this one. Take a look. So first of all, I love the plays just over the whole number, but also take a look at the daily chart. I think you'll see why. Notice this. This is a big kind of consolidation, chopping up and down. Then all of a sudden, boom! It just broke free. So there's really no resistance on the daily chart. Let me get back to the 5-minute. So anyway, this turned out to be just a great trade. I mean, you'd love to see this. Not one red candle until we got up to well over 36. And I took some out along the way, 35.66, 36.32. So I made it over $1 on one part. And then as it came down through 36, I took the balance out. I actually tried to short this one. Shorted it twice, 35.66, right about here. Stopped out for a flat, and then I shorted it again at 35.52. Down to 35.33, almost to the low. These were just going to be little scalp plays, but nonetheless, this basically for me set the tone for the day, and that was it. Now, from Holly, MTLS. This is one that I'm in. There was the alert at 9.96. I got into the trade at 10.04. Wasn't easy. It was kind of spready, and had to wait quite a while. But finally did take some out at 10.45, right up here. Still in the trade. Say I got into this trade right here around 10.04. And say it wasn't easy. I mean, when I say not easy, I mean it didn't rip right off the bat, and it was a little bit spready, but I hung with it, and so far definitely a nice reward. NXTM, there's another one that I'm still in. Oops. And this was a second attempt at it. I actually got into this one, and again, if you look at the daily chart, see why? Now, by all accounts, this is extended, but again, in these days, what the heck is extended anymore? But again, I like the break over a 30. Looking left, there's no resistance. Those are the things that I look for. And so I actually took the trade right here at 30.14. So I took the trade right here, 30.14, and then that knocked me out. I took a small loss. Got out at 30.03. Got out right here. Watched it move down. Then as it came back up again, I decided to take the trade again. And I got back in at 30.05 as it broke over the whole number. And I was just going to put a very tight stop on it. And this has definitely rewarded me. So I'm back in here. It sells some at 30.15, right around here, just in case. It looked like, it was trying to stall here. I didn't want it to do this again. I hadn't seen this. I would not have sold any. But because I saw this before, you never know. So decided to be very cautious, took some out, and now it is still moving up pretty well. Let's see if it can get into the, say, high 40s or something. So it turned out to be a nice trade. But Holly had some just excellent trades. Here's one that I missed. Notice I had the alert. Here's the alert at 1963, and I actually set an alert at 20, and I just missed it. There's that green dotted line that represents the alert, and I just missed it. I could have got it back on the pullback. I'm just terrible at playing those though. And but look what this one has done: 1963, 2072, and Holly just had a really nice day today. All right, I want to shut these down, and just keeping an eye on the two that I'm still in. And everything is still pretty good. All right, so I'm going to get back into the trading room. So again, this is the address to get into the room. I open the room usually around 8:45, between 8:45 and 10 to 9 Eastern time, and then I get live on the mic at 9 and go up to 4 p.m. Usually do shut it down around 3:30, but if there are any questions, I will stay right to the end. All right, well, thanks very much for listening, and I hope to see you in our trading room tomorrow. Bye-bye.